Hello, friends. It's so great to see you. I'm Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my YouTube channel as I am most Thursdays. It's time for the Tarot Topic Weekly Newsletter Recap. Do you get the Tarot Topics newsletter? It comes in your inbox every Wednesday. If you'd like to sign up for it, all you have to do is go to my website, christianagaudet.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you can read this issue. You can read the issues that have come before. The links to do that, as well as a lot of other links, are right in my link tree, which is right in the description of this video. So thank you so much for being here. Real quickly, I just want to remind you that we're doing Global Tarot Circle tonight, 7 p.m. The link for that is already up right on YouTube, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Please join us. We share readings. We share conversation about tarot. We share some informal tarot study. It's like an hour-long online free tarot meetup. So join us for that. We'd love to see you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. So in honor of Mother's Day, I wrote this week about our ancestors, and I was thinking specifically about our female ancestors, our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, and all the way back. But really today we can talk about any of our ancestors. We can also talk about family stuff having to do with our living family. So here's the thing about ancestors. I really believe that our ancestors are with us. And even if our family members in spirit might have been difficult in life, I really feel like once they pass on, they heal and they can become sometimes more helpful to us on the other side than they were when they were here. Now, if they were helpful to us when they were here, I think they continue to be helpful to us. Basically, I think spiritually, our ancestors help us. I really, really believe that. And I think we can connect with our ancestors and ask for their help. I also know that trauma from our ancestors carries forward. It carries forward in terms of behavior, certainly from generation to generation, but it also carries on in the DNA, very literally. So even if you change all of your behaviors and do things differently, your kids are still going to have the ancestors' trauma in their DNA. And so when we talk about ancestral healing, it's a matter of being aware that it didn't start with you. In fact, that's the name of a really good book, It Didn't Start With You, about this very topic. Check it out. All right. So today, I would like to do readings on anything at all having to do with ancestral stuff. It could be about ancestors that are with you, messages from ancestors, healing from ancestral trauma. It could also have to do with regular old family stuff, things that are going on in your family right now. So that's what we're going to do. I am working with my cool Smith-Waite Centennial Edition in the tin. This is actually a retired deck. It's so beat up. I don't use it in-person pro readings anymore because it is so beat up, but I still love it. So that's what we're going to do. All right, let's get going. And again, for those of you just getting here, I want to remind you, Global Tarot Circle tonight, 7 p.m. The link is already up on the YouTube channel right here. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Grab your tarot deck and join us. We will read for each other. We will learn together. We will study together. We will share together. A good time shall be had by all. Please do join us. And of course, as always, a special shout out to our members. You can tell who the members are because their names are in green, and these are people who make a regular contribution to this channel. You can also help out this channel by liking this video and tell your tarot friends about it. If you've got friends who like tarot, turn them on to this channel, please. All righty, I will take these questions. Oh, look, you can get a really good view because these are little cards, right? You can see me messing up my shuffle. That's fun, right? This is why I don't use beat-up cards professionally, because they stop shuffling well. But let me try to get a really good shuffle. There you go. There you go. Maybe it's just I don't multitask well, too. That's possible. But you can see, for those of you who wonder how I get so many reversals, look at what I do. split, one side 180 degrees, shuffle. That ensures a lot of reversals. So when we have a lot of reversals and you're like, oh, there's a lot of reversals. Yeah, I want the option for the reversals because they give more information. So that's how I do that, right? All right, whole other topic though. We'll talk about that tonight at Global Tarot Circle. All right, the first question I see is from Clumsy Clairvoyance. Thanks so much for being here. Are any of my ancestors one of my spirit guides? If so, could you say who? Let's see. First of all, our ancestor spirit guides. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. And I am wondering, first of all, here are some possibilities for what this could be. Did you have an ancestor who was a writer, either a published writer or someone who passed on journals, something of that nature? If so, that's who it is. Or, did you have an ancestor who died fairly young that you have felt a connection with? Or, and these are not mutually exclusive, is there an ancestor that you have felt communicating with you? Any of those things, I think, could connect you to that particular ancestor, but I would say yes, absolutely yes. Okay, Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I am wondering if there's ancestral trauma passed down through the women in my family for being tortured as witches. Am I correct? Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, because there has been so much of that in so many cultures for so many centuries, unfortunately, there's a lot of this. Do I think, and Claire C., thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being a member here. Do I think that this is true amongst the women in your family? Oh, hell yes, I do. Yes, 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 yes. And then the question is, well, how does that show up in your own life, you tarot reading witchy person that you are? I think you've really tried to push against it, but sometimes you don't go as deep or as far as you want to go as a spiritual person because there is that fear holding you back. And some of that is internal within you, but some of that is about how you were raised because of said trauma. Does that make sense? Okay, so Jake, it feels like you've continued your... Oh, okay, those are really two different questions, and one's a reading for you, and one's just an interesting question. So we'll do them in the order we see them. The reading for you, Jake, and thanks for being here. You have told me that I have a female ancestor as a guide. I've always suspected or felt I had Jewish ancestry. Is she somehow connected to that, if that's even true? And of course, today with like all the, 23andMe DNA tests, you could prove it one way or the other pretty much. But the female ancestor that I see around you, do we think there's a connection there to Judaism? Maybe by marriage. And I know the Jewish line is matriarchal, so if a woman marries a Jewish man, she may adopt Judaism as a religion, but does not pass that on culturally in terms of lineage. So I know there's something weird there, but I would say maybe by marriage is what I would say. Horse Van Dunn, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What is the ancestral toxicity with wealth in my family? Oh, so interesting. Let's take a look at that. So I definitely think it was started by a gentleman who then passed it on down. And it has to do with the language that we use to talk about money. It has to do with how we value money. And it's a funny thing because it's like there's a valuing of money. But at the same time, it supersedes things that have more value. And it causes certain family members to not have money. And there's a lot of guilt. I mean, it's really, really deep. It's this really, really deep thing. The question is, how do you heal it? And you have to understand you cannot heal this in your other family members. And you see it. You see how it has played out and is playing out with other family members. You can only heal it in yourself. That's the important thing. And what you have to do is, you know this in terms of how you deal with other people, but in terms of how you deal with yourself, you have to not judge yourself around money. And you have to recognize that you can manifest abundance and it will not change you as a person and it will not in any way make you bad. Does that help? So I want to give a huge shout out to Julie Rogan, who is a member here and who has just helped out this channel with a super chat. I really appreciate you, Julie. Thank you. And I will get to your question very quickly. Super chats and super stickers are a way you can support this channel along with your membership, along with liking the video, along with sharing links, along simply with your presence here. And if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell. All right. Karen Winkle, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Which of my ancestors would like to work with me? Oh, I love that question. That's fabulous. Let's take a look. Two of them, a married couple that you did not know in life who were not from this country. So if you could go back in your lineage, and this would be, I want to say paternal, go back in your paternal lineage to the first married couple that were not born in this country, them. Okay, so here's a fun, Lisa Harmon, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Blessings to you as well. And Karen, thank you so much for being a member as well. Jake, I know that it's said that it's relatively common for people to reincarnate into the same family. Yes, which makes sense why karmic patterns seem to be so present in families. Do you think that's true? I think that's part of it, sure. 100% yes. Okay. Nesty, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And now I just over scrolled. Give me a minute. There you go. Okay. Oh, I love this. I think my maternal grandmother shows up as the Six of Cups. I do have a lot of beautiful memories with her. Is it her? That's lovely. So does she send you the Six of Cups? She does, but it's important to remember that in some other situations, if you're reading for other people, whatever, it's not her. And she shows up in other ways as well. She may show up in songs. She may show up in thoughts. She may show up in birds that you see. So yes, and other things too. Okay, Charles Saddlemeyer, so nice to see you. Thanks so much for being a member here. It's almost my mom's 3-year death anniversary. I'm so sorry. What message does she have for me or my children? All right. She wants you to know that there's nothing that you should feel bad or guilty about. You did everything right. And I think she worries that sometimes there were ways that she would act or react that might make people feel guilty, and she's sorry for that. She wants you to know that she is with you and your kids, and that she never meant to try to squelch any of your strength. She sees your strength. She knows how strong you are, and she wants you to know that good things are coming for you, and she's doing everything that she can do to help make that happen. Hey, Ben, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Lisa Harmon, so great to see you. What trauma was handed down through my mother's side of the family? What a great question. Let's see what we got. And there could be more than one thing, but let's see what shows up. I think a fear of being perceived as different. A fear of being perceived as weird or crazy or like anything outside of the box. A fear of being perceived outside of the box. That's my guess. Hey, Melissa Grosso, so nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What is the most prominent family dysfunction trauma passed down in your family and the best way to heal this? Great question. Honestly, a fear of honest communication and a fear of showing up as being too intelligent. Mm. Hey, Selma, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Messages from the ancestors and ancestral curse. So let me just share with you my beliefs. Like, I don't believe in like magical ancestral curses, but I do believe that we do have like ancestral trauma is its own kind of ancestral curse. So, and I think we all carry some of that. So for you, Selma, the message from your ancestors, and this could have to do with your particular ancestral curse as well. The message is be willing to start new, be willing to learn new things, be willing to be the first generation in your family to do something different, be willing to educate yourself more than you already have. Know your own power. Do not let anyone tell you you do not have power. Hey, Von Ray, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What ancestors are around me? Sometimes I feel like it's grandparents. Okay, Von Ray, we really appreciate you. Let's see what we see around you right now. Yes, definitely grandparents, and grandparents who want you to shine the very brightest that you can. Grandparents who love you, who claim you as their own, and who want to see you have the happiest life. Betty Flesher, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Thanks for using members only emojis. What ancestors are with me as a guide or just around me at times? Let's take a look. You know, I think that you have some ancestors who had very difficult lives. And like, I don't know if you can think about like one or two who like where there's family stories about particularly bad things that happened to them. But I feel like whoever those people are, that's who's around you. And their goal is to protect you and make sure you have a better time than they did, which I think you have, and you are. Oh my goodness. Lisa Harmon, thank you so much for that super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. That is so helpful. Hey, Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Julie Rogan, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member here. And once again, thank you for the super chat. What message do my ancestors have for me regarding my current situations? Don't want to put it all on the internet, and that's fine. You, me, and the cards can do this work. We don't have to know what the current situation is. We just need to do the work, right? What message do your ancestors have for you about this current situation? You have been trained to not let go of things, thinking that they might be people, situation, things, whatever that you're gonna need. You can't let go. You can't let go. And so it's hard for you to let go. But there's things here you have to let go of, and it's okay, and you'll be okay. Do not be afraid of releasing. Hope that's helpful. Okay, Ben, Libra does tarot. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I know my Nana's looking after and over me since she passed. Does she have a message or guidance for me? I could use her help. I understand. She wants you to know that she sees how hard you're trying to do everything to have the right relationships, the right situations, and yet you feel like things in your life are not going the way you want them to. She tells you to be patient, and she tells you that you don't have to worry so much. It will all come together really, 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 truly. And she's there, and she's helping you. Oh, Lisa, I hadn't thought of that, but it makes sense. Okay, good. Good. Thank you for that. Claire C., yes, it does make sense. Actually, my mother strongly encouraged psychic and spiritual interest. I do know the gifts amongst my family usually frighten them. Yeah, there you go. Next question. I'm glad your mother strongly encouraged it because that's probably why you're as good as you are. All right, Jackie Masters, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Do I have an ancestor or as my guide or guides, and what is the family trauma that I'm here to heal in me, any guidance. Okay, so a lot of possibilities here. Let's take a look. Ancestors as guides. A lot of your ancestors are not specifically your guides. There are other guides, but your ancestors, of course, are with you. The family trauma that you're here to heal has to do with ancestors not being treated the way they should have been treated and not being given access to resources that other people were given access to. And because of that, you often feel like you don't have access or won't have access to the resources that you need. That's what you need to heal. All right, Nalini, good to see you. What would my ancestors like me to know for my life moving forward? What a great question. That you can start over and be brilliant. It's okay to begin again, and don't be afraid of it. You have the power. Karen Winkle, my gut says it's the paternal side of my mother's family. A great-grandfather born in Germany. They popped in my head immediately when you said it was a couple. Well, there you go. There you go. Okay, Christian Rad. So an angel message. So this would be a message, because we're doing ancestors, a message from your ancestors. Your ancestors want you to be happy, but want you to be careful about the anger that is within you. Do not let that anger rule you. All right, and I want to say thank you so much to you, Ben, for helping out with a super chat. Thank you so much. That's what I needed to hear today. Really appreciate that and appreciate you. Thank you. So from my perspective, I've answered every question. If I accidentally missed you, I am so sorry. Please do reiterate. If you're here and have not yet asked a question and want to, it's last call for readings, y'all. I want to remind you I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, in person in Palm City if you happen to be local. So do reach out. All my contact information is in that Linktree link, which is right in the description here. And I want to remind you to come join us tonight for Global Tarot Circle. The link for that is right here on this YouTube channel, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you join us. All right. So, Amy Foreman, so nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So we're doing ancestor questions if you would like. Okay, and I see you too, Justine. Okay, Kanupriya, may I ask, what do my ancestors tell me about my love life? Fair question. Your ancestors are watching over you, and soon, I feel like the right person maybe hasn't come in yet, but soon the right person will. That's really the bottom line. Justine, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. How can I kickstart my ancestor work this year? Do they have any messages for me on how my progress is going lately? And I really have to say, my favorite ancestor book is Ancestral Tarot by Nancy Hendrickson. She's been a guest on this channel a couple times. So just saying, great book. But let's see, how can I kickstart my ancestor work this year? Talk to them more. Just talk to them. Know they're with you and talk to them. And I think they feel like you're progressing well, but you don't give yourself enough credit. Okay. Oh, Ben, it would be great to see you tonight. Excellent. Amy Foreman, okay. What do my ancestors tell me about my love life? So Amy is my good friend. We've known each other for a long time. She is my psychic daughter, not my actual body daughter, but I claim her as my psychic daughter. What do my ancestors tell me about my love life? You gotta love yourself more. You gotta love yourself more. And I know you say you love yourself, but sometimes you don't. How's that? Your ancestors wanted to sing you a little song. And until you undo, there's a lot of sort of toxic ancestry messaging in your own upbringing that kind of serves to make you bad. And until you let go of that, it's going to be hard to feel your connections the way you want to feel them. How about that? All right. My friends, last call for reading, y'all. What else? So Global Tarot Circle tonight. Remember that I will be in the Connecticut area May 26th through June 5th. I will be in the Tampa Bay area June 23rd to 27th. Okay. Jackie, just as you were answering my questions, my listening was interrupted by a work colleague. I will listen to the replay. Yes, please do. It's worth it. It's worth going through and listening to it. Okay. Lisa Harmon, all the ancestors remind us to like this video. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's fabulous. Thank you. Okay, Allie Mammon, could you tell me what my ancestors are pushing me toward and what I must do to get it? Fair. They're pushing you toward releasing everything that's holding you back. And what you need to do that is think about what's holding you back and release it. Sorry, I didn't mean to be a smart ass about that, but that was like pretty clear. All right. My friends, I thank you so much. Come to Global Tarot Circle tonight. The link is already up. I hope to see you soon. Do reach out to book a reading. If you happen to be Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, reach out to see me in person. Likewise, Tampa Bay area. Otherwise, I'm available worldwide. Just look at those links and reach out. My friends, thank you so much. A special thank you to all of the members and to all the people who helped out with super chats and super stickers today. And thank you, everyone, for being here. Oh, just under the wire, Catherine Fan. Are there any karmic patterns on my mom's side of the family that I need to be cautious of? Oh, I am so sorry I skipped your question, and thank you so much for being here and for reiterating. All right. Let's see. Karmic patterns on your mom's side. Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah. And it's like about a belief that you can't move forward, a belief that you're not good enough or not smart enough or won't have the opportunity and you should just stay in your place and not try for more. Don't do that. You freaking try for more. Seriously. Hey, Smile Soul 20, good to see you. We're doing ancestral readings today. Thanks for being a member here. So I'll hang out for just a minute more, see if I skipped anyone else. Or if there's anyone else here, or people just coming in who want some sort of ancestral reading. Claire C. says this was fascinating. It's so much more fun with the card cam, isn't it? Because you can kind of see the different ways that I perceive the ancestors speaking through the cards. So I think that makes it, more fun and more interesting. Tell me if you get tired of my StarCon-oriented background. Of course, I do want to remind everyone to mark their calendars for StarCon, which would be January 20th through 22nd, in person in West Palm Beach or online on Excelevance. Tickets will be available soon, and we really want to see you there. So definitely be marking your calendar for that. Coming on as a new presenter, by the way, Amy Foreman, right? That's a good thing. All right. I don't see anything else coming in. So I'm just going to wait a couple more seconds just because I know Smile Soul 20 just came in. And I will use that time for shameless self-promotion, of course. I do want you to remember that your May tarot scopes are up right here on this channel. If you have not checked out your tarot scopes yet, please do. Your sun, your moon, your rising. I used Grateful Dead Tarot using Card Cam for the first time for the tarot scopes. I think that made them more interesting as well. So definitely check that out. All right, my friends, I'll see you tonight at Global Tarot Circle. You take really good care. See you soon.